All right. So I should in theory be live. Where is my there's my microphone settings. Hmm. Actually, I've got like a water bottle here. I might grab something real quick. I wasn't exactly 100% prepared with all this, but I've got it for the most part, so that's good. Um, Let me just test. Okay, yeah, it's live. All right. Uh, Alrighty. So, I've got Critty here. Excuse me. Please. All right. Um, I drew this pizza previously. Um, and right now I am planning on drawing an Ena Sona or whatever. Like, there's that game called Ena Dream BBQ that recently came out. And it's a part of the Ena online series, which I've been finding interesting. Um, Excuse me if this is a little like choppy, just like in terms of my language. I'm still trying to get used to just talking to myself more or less. Like that's the interesting thing when you start streaming, right? Is because like, you technically don't really have an audience. Um, Even though there's some people who are probably gonna watch this later on. Um, but but I was gonna drag that somewhere. Um, Hold on. Yo, hold on a sec. Uh, hold on. Where's the what is it? What? Yo, hey. Oh my God, did you really interrupt me like that? You could have just texted me or something. All right, call me after, all right? Bye. I'm sorry. That was my sister calling. Um, she she wanted to okay, live. This is the live feed? Yeah, okay, that's the live feed. Back to it. Um, yeah, so my sister was calling and wanted me to just was just telling me that she was watching my stream, which again I really appreciate. But yeah, it's interesting, right? Because it's like you gotta kind of coax yourself into imagining that you're talking to someone else, even though you're basically just talking to your computer screen. I'm still trying to get used to that. Um, it's interesting. It's interesting. Um, what was I talking about? No, I don't even remember. It's fine. And I liked the series. Gonna draw a little Ena Sona persona, Enter Sona, Enter and yeah, Enter. She's Enter now. Um, I guess I really should explain the series for people who don't know. It's like this surreal, um, weird, like. series on YouTube and Newgrounds about this I it's just weird. Um there's this like half polygonal, half like normal kind of semi-androgynous like character named Ena. I don't even know if I'm using the right terminology, but whatever. It's fine. Is uh I think I should probably make that smaller. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like my first stream or maybe first couple of streams are probably gonna be a little awkward. Not gonna lie, but I'm trying, and I think if I do this more often, I'll get a little more a little more better. Oh my God, a little better and more used to these things. Um, like structuring my sentences. uh, anyway, I'm gonna try and draw a version of my character that looks more like they would be in uh the Ena series. And it's interesting because I guess the best thing I could give to that series that is that it just feels like a massive hodgepodge of just like cultures and art styles and everything. And it's super cool. It is. It really is. Um, it's also really weird in a good way. um, yeah, Joel G, the creator, he's cool. I haven't personally met the guy, but I mean, Anna as a series is cool, and so yeah, they are cool for making it. Um, Trying to like make my character kind of sort of low poly, like here, maybe like there's a bit here, and then like that. uh, I think that works. Yeah, it's gonna look a little awkward. The head looks really big. Um, we can like do something like this, and here, maybe like that, and then the ear bit, something like this. Um, this looks so awkward. Yeah, it's fine. And then like make the smile kind of like this, and then do something cool where it's like this, and then there's a line here, and then it just kind of goes right up. Whoops, like a octagon kind of thing. I thought an octagon. That's like a freaking trapezoid. My God, freaking shapes, man. Does anyone else remember like those shape puzzle things? Like where you'd get those like different colored shapes and like you had these like little matte things. I want matte things, but like they're like paper plastic little line art things, and then they'd show you like where to put the pieces. And some of them were different, a little more different than others. Um, but yeah, you just like there were these shapes that all had like different colors, and like you'd place them on the mats and stuff. Not like Legos, but oh man, dude, I'm doing a terrible job at describing this, but it's whatever. It's whatevs. Um, what was I gonna say? I was gonna make some parallel to Lego or something. I have this thing that happens sometimes where I think about something and then like I lose my train of thought because I'm thinking about something else. I'm generally trying not to get so in my head. Um, but apart from that, I'm doing really good, generally speaking. I think, at least I'd like to think. Yeah, yeah, I feel fine. I mean, again, it's a little awkward. You know, if I keep drawing attention to the fact that this my first stream is a little awkward, I'm barely gonna get anything done. So, you know, it's fine. The stream is fine. Uh, um, I really don't know where I'm going with this. I guess I'm just kind of taking it wherever the strokes lead me, I guess. Oh, no. No. I was thinking of something dirty, but I'll save the cruder stuff for once I feel a little bit more comfortable um with streaming and just telling those sorts of jokes in general. But yeah, um, I think this is looking pretty good so far. I might like wasn't expecting his head to be so big, or like half of this to be um unused, but it's all right. Um, like that could be the other half of his jacket or something, and then maybe there could be like a line here. I think that works, yeah. Um, and then uh, I'm also kind of struggling to think of. Oh, sorry, I touched the mic. I've got a headset on, but yeah, I'm also kind of struggling to think of what else I could talk about while drawing this, which is another interesting thing about streaming, right? Is that like you're talking about other things as you're doing something else, and it's cool. You know, it definitely tests a lot of your mental skills. I don't know what do you call it. Freaking Christ. I'm trying so hard to think of crap to say, man. Um, uh, mental. No, I don't remember what I was gonna say. It's fine. Um, oh yeah, I was drawing his arm, and I was kind of talking about drawing his arm. That's what I was doing initially. Um, onto the hand. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this hand, but I'm gonna make something up, make something look kind of cool. Maybe it's like a mouse thing where he's like that, and you got another finger like this. Yeah, that looks cool. And then I mean he's gonna have one like other like smaller thumb, so like something a little closer. I'll just like do this here. And go that, and then like that, and there you go. That looks just decent. You know, yeah, considering what I'm drawing this for, this kind of fits this awkward kind of weird crab claw thing in the big. Yeah, you know, that's another thing I like about that Ena series or whatever, right? Is that all the characters are really just super exaggerated and stylized. So it's like I may be making these things, and then they're probably like a lot of the things that I'm making aren't going exactly as I had planned, but you know, it's fine. It adds a lot more of an interesting design to the character as a whole. Um, hmm, eyes. How big is this? Yeah, that looks good, I think. Oh, excuse me. Do like one here, and then like another one here, and then supposed to be like an eyebrow. So I can bring this back down to 20 from 39? What did I have this on? I think was it 20? Man, I don't remember. Um, at some point I'm gonna get like more of a chat thing set up. You know, I was originally planning, or no, not originally. I am planning in the future to make more of a to have more of a chat thing going on. But as for right now, I think just for this first stream, this is okay. Well, I mean, first real stream, apart from like my test stream that I did last time with those smileys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's only going to be two streams after this one, so just click on the previous video in my live section or whatever. Right now, this is live, but I mean, I think you get what I mean if you've watched things on YouTube. Um, things on YouTube. That's so broad, really. Things on YouTube. It's. I'll find better ways to describe this stuff. It's fine. I need to stop second guessing myself, you know. But I mean, it's kind of natural, you know. Like whenever you're trying something new, it's like it's almost like second nature to kind of guess what you're doing, you know. I mean, I don't want to. Not that I find it negative. I completely lost my sense. Yeah, that just happens sometimes. I was focused on drawing this block, and I was talking about something else, and I lost my concentration. Um, mm, uh, box. That's right. I'm drawing this box. Or I'm gonna turn this square into a box. That's the plan. I forgot how to do this. Isn't there like a way where you can like you can it's like something's like a triangle or something. You can like uh, that's how to add like a extra bit of elevation, or at least to make it look like it's got like a point at the end. That's not what I want. I forgot how to do it. To add like the edge, well, not edges, but like there's just edges right here, but like the 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 something like this. No, because it's just another point. I don't remember honestly. I have to like check and see how to do that at some point later. Um, uh, man, um, I can't think of anything to think about. I can't. Wow, that is a double entendre. What the hell? I can't think of anything to think about. I can't. I I can't think of anything to talk about. That's what I was trying to say. Christ. Um. mm, Drawing. That's right. I'm drawing. Oh my god. I'm trying. I'm drawing, and I'm trying to keep everything together here the best I can. Um. Uh. It is again. It's a lot harder to to like talk about things as well as doing something else at the same time. At least for me, it is. But um, again, I'm planning on getting better at that, and yeah, I think the exchange will definitely help. Not only just with more of that sense of sort of multitasking, but also just socially in general. Because I have moments where I just kind of um just stop because I have slow processing. Like sometimes it takes me a bit to either think about something to say or to fully process what someone else is saying. There, that sense. Uh, like there it is. Ah, right after I was about to say the fact that the sentence I said previously flowed together nicely. Uh, uh I'll get more into the groove of this eventually, but um, right now it's something because what have I said that I've been trying to get used to this, what, like three separate times now, technically four, so yeah, I should really think of something else to say. Um, hmm. And I was drawing a character based off of that series. What else do I like about it? Also, I tend to think out loud a lot of the time. It's kind of a bad habit. So if you've noticed that I've just been saying random thoughts in like just a single sentence, that's probably why. Um, um, yeah, I guess, oh my God. I guess I should probably explain a bit more about the series. It's like a web series that started in 2020. Wait, didn't I start to talk about the series and then I just completely got sidetracked? Jeez. Anyway, ugh. Um, and as a series, I think started like in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. And there's been a bunch of just weird episodes on both YouTube and Newgrounds um, about and doing random things and talking to random characters and stuff. Um, that's like the most vague description ever, but you know what? I can't think of anything better at the moment. Um, who's- no, not tired, guys. If I'm being honest, it's starting to get kind of dark out here now. But um, uh, I'll draw a few more shapes, and then oh, what in the heck? What? Why was it? Is it that? Was it? Is it always it? Why do I not? I don't know what happened there. Is that the same size? Is that not the same? I guess that is the same size. I guess I was just really zoomed in. That made me feel weird. Um, um, you know what? I'll probably just color these things in. Can't really think of anything else to do, except to just draw some other shapes. You know what? I'll do something real quick. I'm gonna like draw a circle. Oh, well, my computer moved and I kind of messed with my drawing, but you know, that's fine. Um, and then I'll make these lines a tad bit smaller, bring them down to like 11, let's say. And then I'm going to Give him eyes. Give him eyes. Yep. He is a. I'm not sure what he is. He's a thing. The little dude, I guess. I don't know. Is he a ball? Is he a potato? Is he a slime orb? I don't know. He's a dude, I guess. You know, just he's just doing his thing. Yeah, yeah. Now I'm getting my energy back. Um, hey, look at him. Um, I was gonna say something else. Energy, little dude. Oh, if I had to name this guy, what would you think? Like, I I know, I know I can't really get an answer right now, but like, theoretically, like, bro, like theoretically, if I were to get an answer, man, Oh, oh man, yeah. Now it's coming to me. Um, he's green, cause I like green. Yeah, look at him there. Yeah, heck yeah, look at him. Um, that is green, right? I'm pretty. Or is that like a yellow? I know. I'm pretty sure that's. Yeah, it's like a kind of a off green, like a brightish kind of. Yeah, he's a he's a dude. I'm still not sure what he is. Um, shapes. Draw these shapes. Something, something, something. Drawing these shapes. Freaking, I don't know what I'm saying. Um, mm, I accidentally touched my. Oh, whoa, hold on. Well, wait, hold on. Is this? Is this? Hold on. I'm gonna like just check my Streamlabs real quick and just make sure this is a decent volume and not blowing anyone's ears out. Um, Streamlabs, where's here? How's my mic quality? It's good. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, although it seems to be acting. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I don't like know why it's fluctuating so much at the top, but it's fine. Um, drawing. Ugh. Can I stay on top of one subject? No, I cannot at the moment. It's um uh I drew a little dude, and now I'm gonna fill in this big square. Now I'm gonna fill in this big square. It's gonna be blue because I like that color. Something about colors and shapes. Not really a rap, but it's something I can make. Ah, dude, I have no clue what I'm doing, man. Um, we'll make this orange, and um, then I can make this like maybe yellow, maybe yellow, maybe yellow, maybe yellow, yellow. You know what? Before I make it yellow, I'm gonna make it into a him. Wordplay. That was funny, right? Gonna give him some eyes. It doesn't have to be a him. It could be a he or a she. Yeah, actually, what? What am I? I was gonna say something. Shoot. I mean, also, I'm probably gonna get more used to cursing. I mean, I'm fine with it. I don't really care. I just, again, this is my first stream, so I'm being a little more conservative at the moment. Uh, because I'm just trying to get used to all this stuff. Um, uh, this thing can be a he or a she. Doesn't really matter. Um, uh, I was gonna say what would you guys like, but I don't like that's another mindset I gotta get out of. Like, jeez, like I don't have an audience right now, sure, but I mean, like my sister's watching me, and there's probably a few other people too. So I mean, like, something's up with that, which was cool, and and. I forgot what I was gonna like conclude with that. This is like the most unprofessional thing ever, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine for now. There's a little dudes, heck yeah. Um, little dudes and this guy just hanging out in the void, I guess. Yeah, there's gonna be floating, not in a white void, but like there's gonna be like colors and stuff. Is there gonna be a ground? Maybe. Maybe. Probably not though, honestly. I mean, I'm this is cool and all, but honestly, like that would be cool and all, but you mean Jesus. This is more of just a generalized test stream thing, so probably not gonna do anything super crazy. I mean, I don't even think drawing a floor would be that crazy, but I think you guys get what I mean. Um, yeah, I should say stuff like you guys and things like that, really future proof these streams. You get what I'm saying? That way when other people go back to these later when I start making more videos, I could be like, hey y'all, or hey people, this is the art stream for Liz Guy 74. I don't know why I said my username like that, but okay, I guess. 74. What the hell, man? Oh, there it is. There's a little bit of vulgarity. Um, uh, that vulgarity, humor, comedy, um, drawing, cause I like drawing. I have no clue what I'm doing, but it is something, I suppose. Something, 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 brewing, something, something with a nose. Oh, um, yeah, I'm drawing the inside of Liz Guy's ear. It's funny. My user name and my character, my Sona, are both Liz Guy 74. And I just find that concept very interesting, right? Like I consider this guy right here to be like Liz Guy 74, and also, I as a person, made Liz Guy 74 as like a channel. So it's very interesting. Like he's my Sona, but he's my internet persona, but I also, consider him to be like a character in his own right. Like, he represents a more exaggerated and cartoony version of myself, which is perfect because that's eventually like I eventually as a streamer want to get to that point where I can be more like a more exaggerated and cartoony version of myself to entertain people. Um and and I find the parallels between that to be very interesting. Um uh, I guess that's really all I had to say. I can't really think of anything else to add to that. Um uh, yeah, no, I can't really think of anything else. Although I feel like I was gonna say something else, but then I just I don't know. It's weird. Like I'm having those moments all the time on this stream where I'm like thinking about something, and then it's like, um, well, what you thinking about? And then I'm like, I try to do the yes and sort of thing, right? Where like you're thinking about something, and then you think of an idea, you say that idea, and then you continue it with another complementing point. But I can't think of anything, so I guess that's just gonna go out the window for now. Metaphorically speaking, go out the window, not like literally. I don't know what. How could like a concept even go out a window if that were to happen? Like, oh hey, I threw my my idea, I threw it out the window, like literally, like I took it, I took a, I took a freaking screwdriver, drilled into my head, took the idea and chucked it out the window. Um, I'm fine though, it's just a little, just a, just a head, head injury. I don't know where I was going with it. Well, anyway. Um, is this on a race now? Um, I think so. I don't, let me just. Okay, there it is. Um, you know what? This is a wackier version of my character. I'll just make the jeans like extra blue, like they're extra blue. Like extra blue. Extra. Because there's nothing more bluer than extra. Like, I don't know why improper grammar is so funny to me, and a lot of like other like Gen Z and like semi-millennial kids. Well, I guess people. I mean, I'm an adult, and I'm sure plenty of other people in my age range are also adults. Um, and honestly, I kind of find that to be fascinating now, right? Because when I was growing up, when I was growing up, like I grew up with like the DS, and I didn't have a Wii, but my dad had a PlayStation 3 for whatever reason. Um, and that was fun. Um, I used to play a lot of like DS game, well, not a lot of DS games, but like freaking freaking I had Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story and like um Kirby Superstar Ultra. That game was awesome. What else? What else? Those two. I also had. Um, I also had oh, come on. Mario Kart DS and Super oh excuse me, jeez. And Super Mario 64 DS. That's what I was thinking of. I mean honestly, um uh looking back at Super Mario 64 DS, like I used to play that all the time, but like nowadays it's not really looked on too favorably. And I completely get it. It's a little clunky in compared to today. Um, uh, especially like like the characters and everything. It feels a little extra bloated when it doesn't really need to. Um, I'm glad that like a lot of people have finally reached the consensus that like the controls are analog, but like they're not they're like not technically speaking like there's like some yeah, way better way I could use to describe this, but like the controls they're analog, like you can move in a full 360-degree movement, but like um it, there's like some caveat or something. It's like I forgot what it was. There's like way better explanations online that I can't really think of right now, but like it's like got full 360 movement, but like but like there's some asterisks? No, freaking and something kind of like some caveat to that went on way longer than it needed to. Um, uh, Drawn his shoes right now. Um, for a lot of you guys, this is probably like one of the first times you'll actually see my character, which is interesting because I've been drawing this character since I first really drew it in like 2023, like which is pretty wild to think. No, even earlier than that. Like originally, this OC started off as like um a design that I made in 2021 for a Friday Night Funkin' mod when that was really popular. Like, man, absolutely insane. Like, I remember when that game was all over YouTube, and I first found about it, and I loved the style and everything about it. And then I found out about Newgrounds through that little opening stinger with the whole like oh in association with Newgrounds thing. And I was like, Newgrounds, what's that? And I found out that it's this super awesome site with like a bunch of with like a lot of internet history and a lot of cool artists that can make a bunch of like animated videos and games and drawings and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh hell yeah, this site's awesome. Um, and the crude humor too was also kind of kind of a sill. Um, uh, and yeah, that site really saved me like in 2021. I feel because uh, it was 2021. That was during COVID, and honestly, I kind of got a little. I was going through a bit of a depressive state because of the fact that. Oh, hold on, I should bring that to this. There we go. Yeah, I was a little depressed because like just there was like everyone was locked inside their homes and not much was really going on, I couldn't really see all my friends all that often, and I just like I didn't know what to think, man. And then I found out about Newgrounds, and I started posting my art there, and I started making new art to post there, and I've been posting there ever since I think like sometime early 2022. I'll probably do more of a variety stream next time, like maybe just playing some Newgrounds games or something. Um but uh yeah, I first made posted like a music track I had made. That was the first real thing I posted to Newgrounds sometime in like 20 the middle of 2022, I think. Sometime then, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I posted a song there that I had made with like a some mentor that I had, like sort of a pseudo music teacher. Well, not really. He was just there to connect, just to compose music, and I didn't know about music theory at all. And so, but I was able to make the song though, which is shocking, kind of. Like I knew a lot about music, but I didn't know about the specifics of music theory yet. Um, and so um, I didn't know about the specifics of music theory yet, and come on, and so I composed the song with him, and it turned out a lot better than I thought it would be. And you know, it, it, it and I made another song with him, and then eventually, that second time, he's like, "You need to learn music theory. This isn't really working out." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll go learn music theory, I guess." And so I learned about the basics of music theory. And honestly, when everyone talks about music theory and how complicated it is, it music theory is like math in a lot of ways. And thankfully, like one of those ways that it's like math is that what the oh, I'm erasing. Oh my God. Um one of the ways that it's like math is that is that it can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be, you know? Like learning the very basics of music theory is like learning multiplication. It's not that hard, honestly. And it is also, like learning the basics is also a skill that will take you very far musically. And of course, you can just decide to use that as a jumping off point to learn about more complex music related things. But it's been 2 years since I learned the basics of music theory in 2023. So, I mean, it's still kind of there. But if I'm being honest, some of it, I feel like some of it's slipped a little bit, which is kind of a shame. But I feel like it's one of those things where, music theory, it's like one of those things where it's like riding a bike, like once you learn about the basics of music theory, it's something that doesn't really leave you. Um, it's something that it just lives in your heart forever. uh, but really, it's cool. Um, um, Just adding a bit of extra shading to these blocks. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Heck yeah. Cool. Yeah, look, this is turning out pretty well. Look at this. Um, I understand that this is also very basic. Um, but it's fine. Usually I'd be able to do this a lot faster, but again, I'm also trying to divide my focus between, this drawing and actually talking about topics. Um, so yeah, that is where I am right now. That is where I am right now. Like, that was really random, and I get it. But I feel like it's things like that that really prove that I could be. Whoops, didn't mean to erase that. That I could be really good at composing music. Um, I just need to give myself the chance to. And again, just like drawing. Um, it's one of those things where like you gotta put in the skills, you get the what's that expression? It's like get the have you've got the skills to pay the bills or something. I Christ. Um um as you could probably notice, my sense of humor can be kind of pretty derogatory, which is, personally fine. I don't get offended too easily nowadays, which is cool. Um, and when that sort of stuff is kind of directed at myself, it's not like a thing where like, oh, I'm super depressed. Honestly, it's more of it's more like I'm kind of admitting some more of my bad habits. Also, like it's not the biggest thing in the world. It's just a funny like little um mishap. Um um what else? What else was I going to say? Um I was talking about the sense of humor that I liked. I'm shading these dudes. Um I forgot again. Yep. Um, I just plumb forgot. Um, no, I don't want to erase that. I just want to just like shade. What? What? Is that the same? That's the same color. Is that like another thing I'm trying to get better with? Like not only just learning how to stop starting. Well, that's another oxymoron. But learning how to not start topics out of absolutely nowhere and like just how to keep my memory and thoughts just kind of straight. um I think this is coming together quite nicely. um just need to do a bit more shading things, and then I'll probably just call it there after that, honestly. um uh, Whoops, no. I'll probably just add a background, do a little bit more shading on this guy, and then call it. Oh my god. Also, I've been time lapsing these, things, or I had been. No, I will be. I forgot to do it this time because I the streaming thing kind of took priority. But if you look on my regular videos, I've been saving all these drawings I've been making as a time lapse, and I forgot to do this one. That's fine. Um, I'll just need to remember that in the future. Um, and what else? Um, I'll need to remember doing time lapses in the future while I'm streaming. And uh, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Christ, that's been happening a lot. Uh, blah, man, blah, just blah. Um, Always a bit of a rough feeling to deal with when you feel like you've forgotten something. Um, yeah, yeah, it's just it is. Oh man. I just gotta tell myself that it's all right, and then I'll get through it, and all that stuff. You know, um, uh, trying my best not to struggle with anxiety, unnecessary anxiety, and it's been going well. Um, uh, I also wanted to start these live streams just more as a like just a thing, just to, relax, chill, talk about things, whether they be more personal or, whatever the case may be, just more of like a chill, down to earth kind of art stream. Um, yeah, I think it's going relatively well. Again, this is my first real art stream. Thank you. Um, but yeah. Um, it's going fairly well, which is more than I could say for a lot of other other. But what in the which is more than what on earth was I have no clue where that came from. Um, Christ, that's a little unsettling. I I don't know where I was going to go with that, and just the fact that I said that at all is kind of freaking me out a little. Um, I mean, yeah, I feel fine. I mean, I'm a tad nervous because this is my first time doing a proper stream, but I mean, like, generally speaking, I feel good. I'm glad I'm making these art pieces. I'm glad I'm sharing them with people. Um, I've got quite a lot of followers on Newgrounds, which I deeply appreciate. Um, and hopefully I will build up a cool following on YouTube because I want to share my art, my sense of humor, just all of myself, uh, my thoughts and opinions, etc. Um, on my YouTube channel. Um, I feel like the idea, I think the idea of influence in general is just so incredibly fascinating, and just like the whole like idea of storytelling that we could like just um uh bring all these things, ideas together through like art and music and other stuff, etc., and just bring them all into one big thing just to be so incredibly cool. And like, I want to share myself and my opinions and just me on the internet. That's one of the reasons why why I love it so much. It's just so cool that I have the capabilities now to just like get online and just share myself and my thoughts and my opinions like this in a video format, like more easily than I ever could have now. Um, I'm gonna, I'm trying to like line this up so that I can like get a get a good like just critical. This is fine. I think this is fine. It's not exactly even, I don't think, but it'll work. But yeah, just it's so incredibly fascinating and cool, and I feel so lucky just even thinking that I have the capability of doing this at all. You know? Um, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Um, even though right now at the moment I don't really have many people watching me, just the fact that I do have people watching me at all is just so cool. Um, it really is amazing. Um, I'm about to finish this up. I chose these colors because I really like them. I think they're cool. I like nice, bright, poppy colors. Um, I also, where on earth is my cursor? There it is. But I also, it shows these colors. They're nice and bright and all, but more specifically because, um, I grew up like in the 2000s and like late 2010. I forgot to give him a shirt. And late 2000s and late 20 what the mid to late 2000s and early to late 2010s. Those were the times I grew up in, and um I most fondly remember the um the early the mid 2000s to the mid 2010s. I think those were some of the fondest memories I've ever had as a kid. Um but what was it? I was feeling in his shirt, that's right. Um there, I think that's good. And now I can put this back on. I can put this back on. There we go. No, I don't know what that is. Okay, cool. Cool. It's fine. Um, so yeah, there we go. There's this. It's not crazy, but it looks cool. Um, and it's nice, and I like it. And I like these little dudes I drew. And I like Liz Guy 74, my dude, my I still don't know whether to call him his own separate character or my persona. I mean, he's technically both. Um, but apart from that, I'm just gonna give him a little bit more detail on his hair, and then I'm going to finish this and end the stream. Maybe not right now exactly, but definitely pretty soon. Um, like that, and then we can like just move this down a bit more like to here, maybe a bit further. Um, I guess one other thing that I'm thinking of off the top of my head, right, is that the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out really soon. And my mic messed up again. And I'm really pumped for that. Um, I cannot wait for the Switch 2. Um, I have um the idea of like I've got this streamer friend named Draco Dreams. She's kind of been helping me with like a lot of art stuff and just general like streaming things as well, and it's been really helpful. Um, you can see her in the last video, last stream I did. I mean, anyway, um, yeah, she's super cool. Um, she's helped me a lot with my art. I'm gonna add a triangle here. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, triangle. Yeah, heck yeah. Add a bit more of a highlight to Liz guy's eyes here too, because from afar it doesn't really look like much. Um, so like, yeah, we can do that there. Whoops, I didn't, there. Okay. And like, yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. Nice. All right, look at this. Heck yeah. Now we're talking. Um, yeah, this is it. That's the drawing. Heck yeah. I'm gonna save this. Save it as uh, it, I'm gonna save it into my drawings folder, and I'm gonna save it. Well, just and save this as a PNG. I'm gonna post this to Newgrounds later. And that'll be it. I remember I was saying I was talking about that I was wow. I remember talking about how I was excited for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm really pumped. So I'm planning on doing like some capture related stuff and some game things like that. Some game things like Mario Kart World. I'm excited for that. Um, I've got a capture card. It's not the craziest, but I'm hoping that hopefully I will get I can get a new one for my birthday, which is on the September 27th. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Um anyway, uh, Kayla, aka Draco Dreams or whatever, um helped me find one that could be really useful. And so that's probably the one I'm thinking about getting for my birthday, hopefully. Um anyway, I think that'll be it. I really appreciate the people who were on this stream. Thank you. Um uh Thanks for sitting here and watching me draw this. Um right now I'm gonna try and close this thing. Um I think, yeah, that's right. I can just click this and then click end stream. Okay. So anyway, I really appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much. And with that, I will leave my second official full stream. Well, tech, yeah, no, second technically. It's the first one was a test, but this is my my first official stream. Second one was a test. Anyway, I've been talking for too much. Um, thank you. Goodbye. Um,